Welcome to Kenneth S. Hicks's Mysterious World. This is my very first show on Mysterious World, and today I've sent a crew out to look for lost Confederate gold.
Okay, right here is a natural trail. You can see where it goes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Look. See the way this tree is formed? All these other trees are standing up or leaning in a downward in the hill part. This is facing up. When this tree was a sapling, it was formed and trimmed to make a sign. And I bet if we look close enough, we will find something else on it. Let's try it and see.
Most of the time, it seems like there is a sign on one of these type of trees that have the, like you said, that seems like there's deformed, but that was with, from the natural way the land is.
Let's investigate it.
Okay.
Now, while looking for gold, you look for signs and messages. A lot of these are in trees, even carved in trees, the way rocks are stacked, carving on rocks, legends. You have to put all these together and formate a map in your head on where the gold is located, where it's been hidden. A lot of the rock signs could be like turtles, those stacked rocks. I know you've all seen this out on a hike, and you've seen these rocks stacked like a turtle. What it is two small rocks and a bigger rock on top to look like the turtle shell. So that's one of the signs, and always the turtle is facing where another clue may be. Another one is a heart-shaped rock. Actually, David, in this video, his mother collects heart-shaped rocks. They found some really nice ones out there. Now, these were always pointing to a catch. It could be a farmer's bank, where he kept it from his wife, hidden out there, and that was a mark to show where it is. Or it could be Confederate gold, or it could be a mine. It could be pointing to an old gold mine.
Okay, we found another sign right here that's got a shape here that kind of looks like the back of a turtle, where it's got the different layers of like how a turtle will do. So that means we're probably going to have to walk slow toward the way the head of the turtle's pointing, which is north, and look for another sign up that way.
Okay. See right here? Let me show you.
Actually, the turtle is pointing toward this sign here that Dave has found.
Now, this is a heart symbol, and you may not be able to see it too well because it's shaped kind of like upside down with the point of the heart facing west.
And that kind of corresponds to the turtle that we seen, where the head of the turtle is also pointing kind of north-northwest.
Right. So the trail is still here.
Natural trail is kind of where they would follow that. So
right. It's pointing that way toward the heart. So that's a good sign.
It'll probably be like 240 feet northwest, probably that way, following that natural trail.
Maybe 239, maybe 240.
Okay, we can kind of pace it off here and see.
239, 230, 231, 232, 233.
Should be somewhere right here. We should be able to see it.
34, 235, 236, 237, 238, 239. What's this right here? Hey, right here.
Hey, I think you found something.
Yeah. Step 239.
Well, that's pretty close. That's probably it.
All right, look here. Oh, this is good. This is very good.
Okay. All right, what do we got here?
Oh. This is very good. Oh, we're getting some of it now. Okay.
I've seen these kind of structures before.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with these, but this
That one rock's carved. It looks like somebody's carved it into a cube.
right. Which
I
could
don't
mean
know what that other part means. I haven't seen that before.
4 corners. It has 4 corners.
Yeah.
So,
And that's where if we could determine what that was, and with all our experience, but
oh my goodness, look,
it doesn't really
It's
mean
got
a
a-
whole lot to us.
it's a beautiful granite type. Granite is tombstone material. Square, like a vault, like in a cemetery,
Okay,
maybe.
that makes sense. And there does happen to be a cemetery right past the railroad over here, near where the train had derailed. So that Bob Brewer fella down in Danville was kind of close, but I think we're homing in on it. So we've determined it's not here.
We're definitely getting close.
So it must be over that way.
A lot of carvings on trees and stacked rocks, they could be disinformation. They could be there to throw you off on where you want to go, or where they, where you think you're going. But you have to check them all out, because you don't know that till you go to the end of that trail.
What we're expecting to find on this trip is more signs to lead us toward the gold and the Mexican silver dollars
Well, it's the Knights of the Golden Circle.
that they have.
They been protecting this treasure. There's some men in Danville that's been looking for this treasure.
Bob Brewer, I think he was on the right track, but the railroad tracks did come this way too,
Exactly.
and tied into the treasure leaving Richmond and traveling through southern Virginia here through Danville, and it come through this area in Salem. So the old Confederate Railroad is down this way.
The Knights of the Golden Circle was a secret society originally founded to promote the interest of the southern United States. Quantel's raiders organized local Knights of the Golden Circle in an attempt to raise funds to support the Confederacy. Looted silver and gold was often kept in secret caches, marked with secret signs of stacked carved rocks.
And the Confederate soldiers and the Knights of the Golden Circle left a lot of signs, and the Green Hill sign, we have seen that. It had a pig carved onto a tree.
Right.
And so we know we're close to what we're looking for. Feel anything?
It feels strong. It's coming stronger. I definitely could tell there's something.
Well, right here's something.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's got 2 marks here and 3 up here. Now, on a topographical map, the larger circles usually are a lower elevation, and as it goes up, the circles get smaller when you go up to a taller.
Right. And this.
Now, what these mean down here, it makes me think it might be near a bridge or something. We're supposed to go up a hill toward a bridge, or maybe a railroad trestle or something.
Right. This is
I don't see anything else here.
and this is sort of like a mutant type maple. That's good.
Let's head on up the hill here
Right,
and see if we should be a
see
sign near here.
Hey, hold it. Look. I could have walked right by that. Look. Check this. This is a very good sign.
Looks like an H or a sideways I. Which,
Well, it could be the heart sign.
heart, railroad, bridge.
It's a very
I'm
good
not
sign.
sure.
It points up.
That earlier sign meant we needed to go uphill or toward a railroad or a bridge.
It's definitely it's definitely an H sign. It's carved in that tree that really doesn't get any bigger than that.
There's
So
not a
it's-
whole lot near here. It's probably going to be several miles toward the railroad, I would think, maybe.
Well, the H is still pointing in the same position as the other signs.
Yeah, so that's toward the railroad.
I mean, if you point it from this angle,
Okay.
and it's pointing toward the railroad.
That's
Um,
I can see that.
Now, being located here in southwestern Virginia, there was a lot of Confederate and Civil War activity here, so there should be gold all over this valley. Now, a lot of this search was based on Craig's Creek, coming from Hanging Rock. There was a little battle there, a Civil War battle going on, and a lot of this search that these guys are out doing starts around that area. Now, recently they just put a greenway in through there, and I've been walking it, and I found a rock, you see, and it's pretty neat. It's been carved way back, and what I'm reading this to be is a river or a creek, and another one coming in right here. This could be the catch where the gold or silver is, and this is another mark. So you got to find this mark here, the X, and we'll find another mark to go over to this. Somewhere I'm thinking this might be the base of a mountain or a hill. Four can mean a lot of things. It can mean 4 meters, 4 yards, 4 miles, and I'm assuming it's from this point. But this is a pretty neat rock. Now, it was stacked like a turtle when I found it, turned down. But the other neat part was the date on the back, you see. So it corresponds right after the war. So I've been going to be doing some searching on this one too.
Okay, these are the lost tracks. The signs have been leading to this area the whole time. These are the lost tracks of the Battle of Hanging Rock.
Now on the signs of Knights of Golden Circle, now sometimes they would lay these ties in here, so many ties, and if you count 13 of them out from the end, then that stands for the 13 original colonies and the 13 Confederate states. So on the 13th one, which I think is it's right in here somewhere. See if you can see a sign that's carved on the side of it.
Or it could be on the other end, but
it seems like it's all working out. They've gotten deteriorated, but it looks like I can see something there, and it looks like a ghost, Dave. Right here. Clean that out.
Oh my gosh.
Can you see that? Kind of looks like a...
Yeah, it's the ghost.
Kind of looks like a ghost shape right here.
I think you hit on something, dude.
And
this is the ghost symbol.
The track does point right toward the cemetery, so it's kind of linking up. We've seen the sign there at the trestle. We're here. We've got a ghost sign.
Ghost sign.
And I think if we head on down here, maybe we can get into the cemetery before it gets dark, because the night watchman might not let us in there.
This is a good, this is good stroke of luck.
So things are just going on. We thought it might be a dodge, but it seems like that's going to work out okay.
Right.
Okay, our team, Lewis and David, they come across the railroad tracks. Always a good place to find signs and pointers pointing the way to where you're headed.
Yeah, as we're looking, you kind of, there's the trestle. I can see it right here. There's a rail.
There's a rail. It's got to be leading probably to the trestle. That's the south. And here's a rail, an ancient rails.
I thought that might be a trestle sign, the H or the I, and that kind of the bridge. It was either bridge or trestle, but
I thought it was heart, but we had seen heart earlier. And you was definitely right.
And since the heart seemed like it wasn't pointing down, and most times the heart's pointing down, that's pointing toward either treasure or pointing a direction.
It's definitely a trestle.
So
this is definitely,
I think we're on the right path here.
Yeah, this is definitely the old trestle. It looks like it's adding up. I mean, this old path is what's left of the old train tracks, and I think this trail is leading us right to that cemetery.
The Knights of the Golden Circle, they used all those signs to connect together to throw the other people, the treasure hunters and people that were trying to get the treasure from them. So they would use those things to kind of throw us off, but everything's been matching up. We kind of had
Right, it's been matching up pretty well.
a couple little things, but it crisscrosses after a while. And it crisscrosses, and you can kind of tell, you know, it's a crisscross where it's matching up.
Well, that's true, and the crisscrosses, and it's matching up, like you said, pretty well. I think we're on a good lead. All this is leading right to the old cemetery.
That's right. So
And
now we're heading to the Confederate cemetery. That the trestle sign there with the ghost on the side of that trestle.
on the 13th trestle.
13th trestle.
Right.
And that's leading us to East Hill Cemetery, where several Confederate soldiers are buried. Now,
Right.
I don't think these unknown, unmarked graves up here, Dave, or are these?
I really don't know.
Okay.
We'll just have to, you know, once we get there, we'll have to just, you know, see what comes of it once we get there. It could be a wash, maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see. But
Okay.
it's so far it's very promising.
Now, I do have a map of the area. We can pull that out up here, and it would be good if we had a template like Bob Brewer had, but he's not sharing that information. And that
Right.
template, he was able to put it over that cemetery down in Danville.
Right.
What was the name of that one?
Green Hill.
Green Hill Cemetery,
Right.
where
Green Hill.
those buried 5 Confederate soldiers.
I believe, you know, I keep getting a feeling that we're going to be led to a Green Hill also. I just kind of feel that. But it's not going to be the Green Hill Cemetery in Danville, but I keep getting a feeling this is leading to something of Green Hill also.
And we did see that pig that was carved on the, or was that the rock sign? It was, we seen something there. It was like a ham.
It sort of looked like a ham bone or something similar to that.
So it might, you know, be point toward that, but I'm thinking that was the Dodge, and then we picked right up on the trestle.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're on the right road here.
So far, it looks very good. It's the best lead we've had so far. It looks like we are the location. This is Salem. We need to find the location of the Green Hill Meat Packing Company, and
Okay, our trestle kind of led us down kind of parallel to one of the modern roads, right to the old cemetery here, which a Revolutionary War hero was buried there, and then the Confederate soldiers here next to the
2 more
road.
places.
So
Green Hill Park,
I think we're homing in on it.
Green Hill Meat Packing.
A lot of times in that grave's not a person, it might be gold and silver. So I think these guys are onto something here. This often was planned on a large scale, and they would correlate all together in a master map of all the gold sites.
Okay, there's 2 older stones near these new ones, and that one is either sunk in or broken off.
It looks broken off.
That might make an angle
It looks broken off.
if we line those up. And sometimes the name here looks like Freddie. F-R-E-D-D-I-E.
Just spotted
It's
something.
got a hand pointing up
pointing
here.
up. Pointing up. The
Pointing
sun
up.
is over this way. It's pointing
And
up.
that broken one. Here's an R here. That means go to the right, I think. What do you think? It's saying go up.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie R.W. Railroad. So I think that
Railroad.
connects in, and those Confederate graves will probably be over on the other side right here.
Well, the railroad is back this way. Let's
And it
go
pointed
this way.
So I'm thinking we're on the right trail here.
Okay.
Great. So these are unknown Confederate soldiers. There's 13 unknown Confederate. These what are are these called? Here, I forget. These are over 100 some years old. Takes them a long time to grow. What's this called, Dave?
It's definitely a sign the way it's shaped. It's leading.
It's kind of pointing that way.
Look, we walked right over it.
That's part of it. So we need to head down this way and see what we got. What are these called? These are old bushes. Takes them a long time to grow like that. Now this is
How about that?
erected in 1935.
Look.
And over here we've got some, it's unmarked graves, but they've got their names. But I don't think they've got numbers on them or anything. It just says unknown Confederate soldier. And that said 1935, and this guy, it's 1863.
63, that's a good sign.
63, 35. And this tree over here looks like the oldest tree on this hill right here. Or what was the oldest tree?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
It's soft.
Hey, come here.
There's too many unknown graves here.
Well, we can't dig them all up, but this has like an Irish shimlock design to it.
Yeah, like a shamrock, like a lucky symbol.
Right.
A
Very
clover,
lucky.
kind of clover shape.
Cloverish shape.
This is really old.
Lots of signs here to try to study.
They don't like for you to dig around here, but we can kind of poke around a little bit. That's awful soft.
Yeah, it's just decay. There's nothing in here. The shape could possibly mean something, but there's nothing in there.
And I can't really tell how long that's been cut, but the tree's old. It's big.
It's definitely
So
period.
it wouldn't have been something buried in there.
Right.
Yeah, all these unmarked graves. There is one that's different up here, I noticed, Dave. Come here and take a look at this, see what you think. Okay.
Oh man.
It looks
Wow.
like it's got an X. It's got a Confederate
It's got a
flag,
Confederate.
and it's got some letters on here. Okay,
Wow.
right there it's got the X on it. That's the Confederate flag.
Yes, that means Confederate flag.
And
C.
we've got a C.
I think it's a G or a C.
That's a C, an S, and an A.
CSA.
CSA.
CSA. I think this is the one. We're going to have to get permission to dig this up. We're going to have to get some backhoes in and dig this one up. CSA.
And since it does, CSA also stands for Confederate States of America. So this could be a Dodge that's pointing to something else.
There's 4 points to this thing too, and there was 4 points on that rock.
So
I don't know. It could be a Dodge, but
I think we get the map out and connect the dots there, and what crosses might be where we need to be. Which there is an older Confederate one on the other side of the hill here, but this is where the trestle pointed. So
it's getting too late to do any more.
we're either going to have to get permission here, but I got a feeling since it's CSA, this is probably a sign that this isn't it, that we have to look for another.
Oh, there's writing on the back.
Okay.
There's writing
Didn't
on
see
the back.
that.
Ah,
What do we got here? There's some numbers up there. What is that?
they add up to 13. And this is 18.
What are those top
85.
three numbers, or what's that right above that word? I can't make that out too good.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay, 13.
1861, 1855,
65.
65.
Or is that an 8?
Something mysterious about this.
Yeah, somehow I'm thinking if we cross-reference this, it'll give us another sign, and that might help confirm things. Otherwise, we're going to have to get permission to dig here. So.
Well,
Okay.
we've had a pretty good day. We're going to have to go back and do some more research.
I think once we do a little more research and cross-reference, if we had the template, that would help us out.
If we could just borrow it from Bob just for a little
I
while.
don't think Bob's gonna. He's in competition with us. I don't think he's gonna loan us anything.
Well,
but
you never can
I
tell.
did I got to see kind of what it looks like, and maybe we can make a homemade one that might be similar.
But, yeah, we can try.
Well, that was an interesting show, and we'll definitely do more on it later. Apparently, they were on the right trail. That was a ruse, and it threw them off. But it's not necessarily so, because if they find a clue up there in the graveyard, it might lead them to another spot. Eventually, what they'll do is they'll take these spots and draw them on a map and get some lines going across, and that'll pinpoint the spot where the gold or cache is. But very interesting show there. Stay tuned for another one of these mystery, very interesting show there.